It's the cafe. Oh, it's someone. Don't hammer, don't hammer, don't hammer. Muna, do you want we can do it together as one. Nidebo. Yeah. Ganoria. Tukora hamwe. Walk sinje. Walk way. Emma Petwaza. Bueno tukwata msi. Inyaukana mubuzarwa. Ninyikiriza zetu. Nikikitfora bembaganiza. Tumbeke hanga yetu hamu. Yes, we can do it together as one. We can do it together as one.
Eyo kukola tuyambagana tulwanagana tusonjagana naye tukwatire wamu ate agali awamu gegalumanyama so we can do it. We can do it.
Yes, we can do it together as one. We can do it together as one.
Muna, abataka gitemeri. Gitemeri. Tuli kuchona. Tuli mukatale.
Yes, good morning, guys. I hope your morning is clear. It's your time. Ragnar, stand up. Good morning, teacher. So guys, good morning. It's a Monday. We set off late, that's why you see that it's how many minutes past the hour of 7? It's 47 minutes past the hour, and yeah, and that's when I'm dropping them. So, but I hope your Monday morning is okay. Chona chogobo lwalero naye kiteke mu katonda owo, because everyone has like a God that they worship. Like we literally don't worship the same God. So the God that you worship, the God that you praise, the God that you know does things for you, that's the one you should put in your wafinakisa abantu bakatonda banja waliwo abasaba Allah, waliwo abagende wa Jehovah, waliwo abagende wa Yahweh, waliwo abagende wa Jesus Christ, waliwo abagende wa Mukasa, waliwo abagenda abasaba abagende wa pastor nga pastor ye akimara buli kimu and all. So it doesn't matter what God you go to, as long as you believe that he works for you, he will definitely work for you. Because they are different. So yesterday in the broadcast, we were talking about well, I shared a lot of stuff. I talked about this person we bought the other day, and then I talked about the party I went to on Saturday. And you know, when I kupata ku Saturday, we chali wange na abana bebanzijukiza nti olunaku lwali Saturday. Because I was asking them, did you go to church and all that? You know how you're trying to find conversation with the kids, and then the kids were like, but uncle, don't you know that today is a Saturday? Uncle, where do you live? And that's when it dawned on me that it was actually a Saturday. Yeah, so yesterday we were talking about comparing, and the other thing would be getting inspired. And I shared how I don't compare myself to anyone. And then we needed to first of all divide. So starch Bahrain time ye mune ye Kampala bali bade bagiteka mu Africa oba East Africa. Good morning Muyombia Mark, to see me Eddie, Jonesy Info, Travel Live Vlog, Jose M, Saith Kagaba, Patrick Yo Potre Farm, Brigitte Kakai, Louis, Antonio Random Things, President P, FTC People's Party, Mikel UG, Wandera Joshua, Morad K Momo, Saith Kagaba, Morad K Momo VIP, Saith Kagaba, Nsereko Starch, Patrick Rio Potre Farm, yeah, Pade Nsereko Starch. Yeah, so how do you know you're not comparing and that you're getting inspired? Because like getting inspired almost sounds like you're comparing yourself, right? So how do you know you're not comparing yourself to the other person and that you're getting inspired? Like if I look at the SUV in front of me, which is a Lexus, I can either compare it to my Ractis, or I can say I one day want to buy that car. When I say I want to buy that car one day, or I'm going to work hard to be able to buy that SUV one day, is that comparing, or is that getting inspired? If I say one day I want to be like that, or one day I want to buy that, or if I say I'm going to work really hard and be able to afford that, is that comparing? Good morning Elijah Mwiru, Ben Kako, good morning. It's the same nine. Anytime from now, pray for us. I've said and we are very near to Iran and Qatar. Very near. They don't print money. The network is stable. They don't network. The sky is not really, in real life it's not as blue as it is in the camera. So you guys are enjoying a very fine view. It's something that I'm not enjoying as well. And I enjoy the view on the phone. So Samsung phones is exaggerating. Amoko. So guys, when do you differentiate that when do you know network not nabeera stable bulungi akansalako emirundi esatu kati ngenzijako ne tukomawo? So say when do you know that you have crossed the line of inspiration and then you have gone to comparing yourself? You know, the thing with I think I'll bring it in terms of relationship. The thing with us finding out that our partners are seeing other people, the thing that takes the peace away from us is that immediately when you find out that your partner is seeing another person or is intending to see another person, the reason why peace gets away from you is because you start comparing yourself to the other person. There is nothing to be inspired about that. You start comparing yourself to the other person, like, why would my partner decide to start seeing another person when I'm here? So you start comparing, what does he or what does she have that is better than me? What do they do that I can't do? Or what do they do better than I do? So immediately you're comparing yourself. You get. So I'm thinking to myself that that's why the peace goes away. That's why when people are with cheating partners, they don't have peace, they don't look good, they are ever sad, because like literally all the time the only thing you do is compare yourself to the other person. All the time is you comparing how you do things and how the other person might be doing things. You compare how how the other person might look to your partner. You start comparing all the things, then you start thinking about the negatives that you have, the things that you don't do right. You get, I believe it's one of the reasons why there is no peace in a relationship where there is infidelity. The only thing that happens is comparison. There is nothing inspirational about it. You get, yet your partner can really love their brother or their father, and then all you're doing is trying to find out, okay, what are the qualities that this person loves about their sibling or their dad. You get, so it's quite different. They can want to hang around their father or their brother or their mother, and you have no problem with it. You get, but you definitely have a problem when they want to hang around another guy or another chick, because then that person definitely does something that you don't do, and it's the reason why your partner wants to hang around them and not you. So definitely the thing that comes then would be comparison. You start comparing yourself to this other person. So when do you know that you're crossing the line of inspiration? Gojina Cybertruck Joshua. Go see me. Today I'm off here enjoying the view. Mr. Arthur Amina. Omwana aina Cybertruck twagala review. Ojiwulidde ssebo Joshua, kola review ya Cybertruck. Yeah, so how do you know that you're crossing the line of inspiration? You go to the line of comparison. When you start, the thing is that we are not the same. Like some people are taller than you, some people are cuter than you, some people have more hair than you, yeah, some people are more masculine than you, some people are more feminine than you, and you comparing yourself to people like that. Some people have more, let's say, masculine features or more feminine features than you, and I find that when you start comparing yourself to other people, you start wanting what they have, yet in a way it's possible that you've not earned it. Yeah, it's possible you've not earned it. All sema VIP musema Saddam kasubire mwasuze bulungi. Me, I compare myself of yesterday and tomorrow, because if you over compare yourself with people all over, me I need 40 million on my account by 31st December. Inalila chogambi inshallah. So if you compare yourself to the person you were yesterday, you're not going to have any hard feelings, because yesterday you are definitely worse than you are today. That's the imagination. And if yesterday you were better than what you were today, then if you compare yourself to yourself of yesterday, then you're going to figure out, what did I do wrong yesterday? What did I do wrong this time? If you were better yesterday, then you want to figure out. So if yesterday was okay and today is bad, then you want to look back at yesterday and see, what did I do right yesterday that I'm not doing right today? Because if you did something right yesterday and not today, then that explains why things are not going well today. I remember I used to have a lot of accidents when I did in Morocco. I used to crash a lot into people's cars. And those days we didn't have smartphones. Because I remember I had a QWERTY phone, Samsung QWERTY, and we did not have Android radios then. Radio was Sony, and it was really expensive to buy a Sony and then buy a screen as well. So most of us just had the normal radios to push buttons. So there were literally no distractions. But I think I had Naina Manalo Anji. So I would be there and nyomba naba boda, nyomba naba taxi, and you know, sometimes when you be there and go yomba, yeah, your attention go yomba na ye. And I think it also goes back to you comparing yourself. Every time you compare yourself to another person, your attention shifts to that person, trying to figure out what chechaman, and then you forget yourself. And so that's what happened when I was driving majority of the time, and I ended up crashing in the cars in front of me majority. I'd be and then I crash into the car that is next to me. And then eventually, I think it was in 2012, around February, I think, around February there, or March, a border guy crashed into me. A border guy crashed into my bumper in Mabenga. We went to Wandegea police station. I wanted to be paid. Never tried to get Wandegea. The border guy and the OC traffic shared a tribe. At that time, I hadn't known that I want to tribe. Then I thought he was his uncle. That's what they told me. He wasn't definitely. He definitely wasn't his uncle. And I'm the one who paid the guy. What they Yanto made in Mabenga. And then when I looked back, I realized that I had made a mistake, a tiny bit of mistake. You see, if you're going that side, and you're in a 2-lane road, and you're leaning on the right, not on the left, yet you're going to turn on the left. And then you turn from the right lane, you enter the left lane, and then you want to cross over to the other side. It was very easy for that to be manipulated. And also, if I remember very well, yes, had it been a car to a car, the car that knocked me would have paid. But because this was a border guy, first of all, he did not have money. Second of all, I did not, definitely did not share the tribe with them, with him, or with the OC traffic. So, Chaita Chinyamba. And if you have been to, yes, people don't want to talk about them, and we have been told it's a very delicate issue, blah blah blah. And yes, I know it's a delicate issue, but we need to understand that it matters, so that you know when you're vulnerable. So at that time, as I was vulnerable, I paid, and then I decided to, with myself, that I will not knock again. And I can tell you, from 2012. I think the other accident I've been involved in, the other accident I was involved in, nali ku smartphone, nali mvuga Uber. I was in my Vitz, emotoka yange netomera Harrier yandi maaso. Harrier telina chiyaba, but ka Vitz kange kayinoneka top ya radiator. So I ended up buying a new top for my radiator. And I think I bought a new grill as well. Yeah, so that's the Kaundo guy moved away, and then I think there is a time I hit a border guy. With my dog. Since 2012, I can tell you that those are the accidents I've been involved in. Because I made a cautious decision to say I will make as little errors as possible on the road by comparing myself of the day when the other guy crashed in me. Yes, he crashed in me into my car, but I also was to blame because I did make an error. So when you compare yourself to yourself of yesterday, you can do better tomorrow. You get, you can do better tomorrow. And I find that people that continue making the same errors are people that don't look at themselves from yesterday, yeah, to see what, because with the other people we should literally, I think we should be inspired and we should not compare. Like when you look at someone, and I don't know if you guys think the same thing. I think normally we compare ourselves to the people that are equal to us, because you cannot compare yourself to, like, I cannot compare myself to Ham Chigun. How would I compare myself? Which take it, a dude like over has the amount of has my net worth over how many times? Like, what would you be comparing? Which take it. So that's also the trouble. You compare yourself to people who are like you or even worse than you, convincing yourself that they are better than you. You get, and that affects you because you cannot concentrate on work. Because yeah. Good morning, Henry Modern Drinks. Derek Lay, good morning. Mr. Arthur, our motto should be tomorrow must be greater or better than today. Now here when it comes to when it comes to your today is not good or better than yesterday, what could be the lessons there? And Paddy, I think that if your today is not better than your yesterday, then you go back in time and think about what you did right yesterday. Because every time things go south when they could have gone better, you look back and see what you did wrong, yeah, or what you did right. Because if things don't go well today, and you know they can go well because you've seen them go well before, so you just have to go back and draw lessons from when things were going well. And when you draw the lessons, then you can start implementing what you implemented that time when things were going right, and you'll see things start to change and to get better. You get, Joshua nange ka video kagundi kampe kaka cyber truck adabe. Lucky Mose, good morning. Edwin Mugerwa, good morning. Random stuff, good morning. Kamade kali clear network si amanyi nnyo, but I think it's giving you guys a good image, right? Again, Yes, Ronnie. Guys, for starters, any car that is 1.5, let's just make it like this. Any car, every car should be able to give you a minimum of 300 kilometers. A minimum of 300 kilometers on a full tank. Every car, because remember, the bigger the car, the more liters of fuel it takes. Because the bigger the car, the bigger the tank. So what happens is that any car, every car, kebere yo TXC, kebere Vitz, kebere Passo, kebere chi, you use that tank. The minimum it should give you 300 kilometers. But it should be able to go for 100, ideally. Half tank goes 200, the other half tank goes 200,000. 200 kilometers, I mean. So it should be able to give you 400. But if it doesn't perform very well, or if your driving habits are not good, then it should be able to give you a minimum of 300 kilometers per tank. That means like burukumbi tano chichi yalibadde kuwa 10 kilometers per liter. But there are times when it can't give you, like if you find a lot of jam, it will reduce a little. Again, like 300 should be when you drive seated driving. If you're driving on the highway, like every car should be able to give you 400-500 kilometers per liter, per tank, I mean 500 kilometers. And then if you drive a highway constantly, it can even go to 600 kilometers per tank. But muchibuga wano wakati igenda kuwa 300 kilometers, 350 around there. Go use that tank. This is a school zone, guys. But then is an issue that you're not overtaking a school zone. There was a zebra crossing, or the children club crossing. And then, of course, now this is also a one-lane road. Overtaking is quite tricky. But then, of course, you cannot be behind this person. You have to set them aside in Zambia. Agenda kuchama wali agenda ensamba atenze nchagenda atejina meeting kumacha gambe byange biba biwanvu mu bibye. So guys, when do you know you have crossed the line of inspiration to comparison? And are there times when it's okay for you to compare yourself with another person? Are there? Because majority of the time people compare themselves to other people when they think they are doing better than those other people. Which take it, majority of the time that's what people do. Ye comparinga nawe ngalowooza ng'amanyi oba ng'alowooza nti gwa kusinga. Bw'aba akusinga tayiza kwagala ko comparinga naawe. Oyo twasoma naye era bavuga ka vitizi nze mundabe. So that's comparison. Ovuga otya ka vitizi ku myaka gy'oliko. That's you comparing yourself to the other person. Inspiration is something like guy yagula emmoroka ey'amaanyi. Wakigula mmeka? Nange njagala njigule kankole nnyo maani. Bakuwola tebakuwola kibagimpola wawaayo mmeka ng'akuwira ze wawaayo. That's you getting inspired. Tesaagala bwagazi ne nange bwe njagala nkivuga talina waaka. That's you trying to compare yourself. Wano waliwo ka concentration akatonotono. Wano kumachanga wakutte kumachanga nzire eri side gye tuva obadde wakutte batutadde yavuze big horn. Avuze big horn. Tevugikeyo eyo yachali wange yagirina baba. Bagitude million 2 kitundu. Big horn. Yatubayina mu sente. Kuba bwe etuuka ng'egenda kulya akasente ekalya kati oyo alina sente oyo. Ate it's even he's an architect. We agambye I'm a registered architect. Yeah, was kuba. Mr. Arthur, I can't compare myself to big brands in our event world, but rather I'm inspired. They all began somewhere, and I know I'll make it. So, Ugandan Catholic Music Collective, Oliotia. Obuze. Good morning, Abiola Pounds, but I like your song so much. Amen. So, Billy Crown, I think I've answered you. Arthur was saying, Kasase ngukamunange, bulina kumvuga nenzi je no. Say Gamba, when you start being jealousy of someone, then you're comparing yourself. The scene looks so beautiful. I mean, a chamba de Hannington, I'm a chamba lungi sebo. Good morning, Tade Samuel. Owa big horn ali mukutya. Awe tatya. Najileta mu kibuga, people that fear those big horns tebazileta mu kibuga. Kani nate you guys might be there nga mulaba big horn naye ngeri mu engineer marker too. Kati abatalina kidalikirira. Avuga buvuzi. Era bw'osanga nga kibode kya big horn nga kire nga bakiguze million ngemu. Kiguleteeka mu engineer marker too eyagale. And you put the Mark 2 engine and the gearbox. Gwenota nebenywa ebenyolere kiyingini kyonga kyo kinywa kati okikuto okitadde kweyo bode kiba kinywa naye oba ovuga SUV yakakadde bw'oteeka mu yingini ne gearbox nomayira mu million nga 4 ekinene ennyo n'otandika okuvuga SUV eyo n'ogenda mu URA alter ne bateeka mu yingini namba ya Mark 2 ne weeyagala. Ntale Samuel. So guys, we are talking about comparing versus inspiration. I find that buli wewe comparing okola n'ensobi. One of the reasons lwaki abavubuka bangi bagula zi golf, abavubuka bangi bagula zi Benz nga tebazisobola, abavubuka bangi bavuga Subaru nga tebazisobola, it's because they are comparing themselves to other people. Kani gundi olaba yagisobola nange ngisobola. Okitegera, that's comparison. Kasotandika okugamba gundi olaba akisobola nange nkisobola. Awo you're comparing yourself to another person. Okitegera. You're comparing yourself to another person. It's not a very pretty thing. I've seen people make mistakes. Omunagula SUV because omulala yali agiguze, omulala nagula van because gundi yali agiguze, and that's one of the reasons why abavuka bangi bakola ensobi. Ka gundi apangisa najjera nange jinyina okugenda okitegeera ekintu kyabayinamu nga tayinaamu naye nga yeta nakitegeera ntakola ki yeta nakitegeera nti tayinaamu, so he ends up making mistakes. Big on Jokana after Nyamaji. Arthur, am I the only one who likes big engines? I've not seen anyone here. Until Bungereza, we will not Kampala, you start appreciating small engines. When a Kampala, even a small engine can water you, and then you be there thinking, oba abayingi nene bebatanywa mafuta okitegeera. I find that most people abali ebweru mmwe, you guys appreciate big engines, because big engines ewamwe amafuta galeka isiko okusinga wane waffe. Kati fe wane waffe amafuta ga beeyimu ate nga ne income nayo si ey'amaanyi. So that's why you find that majority of people have small engine cars. Era njagala nkubwire n'abantu abalina emmoloka ennene abasinga, majority of people that are driving big engine cars babeera kumpi ne we bakolera, oba babeera mu kibuga tebannafuluma nnyo kibuga. The moment someone wazimba eweru w'ekibuga, oba Gayaza oba Kalagi oba Mukono oba Seeta, you'll see them start to get a small car. Omuntu aba akyabeera Najjeera ng'avuga RAV4 200 bwavire Najjeera nga yeeyongerayo, oba azimbye Gayaza oba azimbye Mukono oba azimbye Bulenga, ng'emmoloka ennene atandika azijjako mpola mpola ng'agenda mu mmoloka. Ate hybrid zigenda fuuka popular, mulina enjigezesa ereme kufa. Bwe zigenda fuuka popular, people will start even going to hybrids okitegeera. The reason why people are buying the 2013 to 2013 and above Harrier Kawundo at 75 and above millions, it's because of the fuel consumption aspect. People actually don't want big engines, they want big cars. So if there was a big car with an engine that is small, people would definitely be buying that car. So that's why your Kawunde, your Harrier is very popular okitegeera. Nampija Juliet, good morning. Rise to greatness, good morning. So guys, how do you know you've crossed the line of inspiration to comparison? Because inspiration makes you want to learn from other people. Comparison makes you jealous. You become jealous when you get a bit of jealous when you start comparing yourself to another person. Nebobo musinga, ainera kyakusinga. By the way, you cannot be better than another person in all aspects. Era bonobo musinga sente ajja kusinga emirembe okitegeera. Bonobo musinga bane batutadde naye walole ndaba tagenda, yazze muleni nfu. Waloleno bane twetagayo abasirikale batandika okukwata ebintu bya leeni bino seriously, because kati walolo omulaba adde ku Jinja Road naye ali mu leeni eyabadda ku Bombo Road okitegeera. Kati n'okwata n'asiba abantu abadda ku Bombo Road olw'okuba yazze mu leeni enfu. Twetagayo ekipapula ky'okugenda mu leeni enfu kireme kubeera reckless driving, kibeerere ddala driving in the wrong lane oba efudde. Gaya adda ku Bombo Road obedda yeebase oba abadde ku ssimu nga baatutadde dda. Gaya alabika abadde yeebase. Naye twetaaga ekipapula ekyokuvugira mu leeni enfu e Kampala wano. I've heard that in the US, someone said it here, that in the US if you drive in the wrong lane, or crossing a lane when you're not supposed to cross, or when the line is solid, bakuba ekipapula. Twetaaga ekipapula nga si reckless driving, nga it's clear driving in the wrong lane, n'ekipapula kibeere clear crossing to a wrong lane crossing to another lane at the wrong timing, because era byonna musirikale yakisalawo. Yes, good morning once again, guys. I hope you're having a good morning. We have come to the end of our broadcast today. Yeah, we have come to the end of our broadcast today because in two say at later on send it for the meeting. So you guys, you have not engaged as much in the conversation of comparison versus inspiration, because that's what we're trying to figure out. How do you know that now I'm comparing and now I'm getting inspired? Of course, we need to always remember that comparing yourself to another person takes a lot of your peace from the table. Into obato chari peaceful, because when comparing akumuntu gwali to comparing akolumu akusinga olumu omusinga olumu byombi kitegeza mwenkana okitegeera, and when you compare yourself to that person, that takes away peace. That takes away your peace. Okay. I've seen a PR of posting on X that a liter of fuel is 4K at Starbucks. But has started importing fuel and prices are going down soon. Brokers have been kicked out. I hope the prices really go down. Orabanze azunga, but fuel for 100 real recovers a day in a Lexus 2020 model. Yeah. Kati emoroka ebwembere yebweru emoroka sitizinywa nga wano wantu wano wako humbling ampola ata wamma okuteeka akatanda ku motoka. What's the impact? Of course, in a way it impacts the roof, but also tewaliteeka likigaana, but ideally bw'oteeka akatanda ku motoka walibadde ofuna commercial license. Ugenda n'ofuna commercial license, because emotoka oba ogifudde ya commercial tewali kikagaana. Chikagana. Other women have constant drama because of our comparing each other. Yes, between Corolla 1996, G2R 1998, and 2000, which one is? All those consume the same. Okuja kongo funye ya elimu VVTi. Always only get kaza. Mukaza VVTi katizinyo bulungi. Other fuel is expensive. So in the UK at 147 pounds and 79 pence per liter. Liter ya mitwalo asatu. Well, that's 147p pence. But a pennies. Morad ke mumu. Akukose kategedenze manyi pound mmeka. Fuel is only cheap in the Arab countries. Late but all the same. Good morning. Eddie Aniku Shafik UG. Guys, kambasibule munzikize zinadechika kumuzikize ngine. I prepare for my meeting. Muyombia Mark Tusime, Eddie Jones, Info Travel Live Vlog, Jose M, Seth Kagaba, Patrick Potre Farm, Brigitte Kakai, Louis, Antonio Random Things, Michael UG, Wandera Joshua Murad K Momo VIP, Seth Kagaba, Mugalasi Joshua Mix Farm, Sereko Starch, Ben Kako, Elijah Mwiru Yatua, Kagwa Dennis, Nsereko Starch, Musema Saddam Pool Sema VIP, Derek Lule, Henry Modern Drinks, Edwin Mugera Random Stuff, Lucky Mose, Abiola Pounds, Billy Crown, He Lives in Me, the Ugandan Catholic Music Collective, John, Chamba de Annington, Tade Samuel, Adnan Edrina, Pija Juliet, Rise to Greatness, Eddie Aniku Shafik UG Chairman Zach, Nabari Mukamori. I don't take you for granted. Balvids, when you compare yourself to others, just know you're either becoming a witch or you are. Guys, I'll see you tomorrow morning, Market Tuesday. May the good Lord bless you. Ciao.